That'll assure you, that's how you choose your weight. If you can do one set of 8 to 12 repetitions of this exercise, you know your weight is comfortable. If you can't do that, you want to lower the weight a little bit. Good job. Okay, now we're going to move on. And this is going to be my section. I'm going to show you push-ups. A push-up is an exercise that works both the chest and the back. It is an exercise that doesn't require any weight at all. And Lauren's going to explain to you how we use the leverage of the body to get more work on the chest and the back through a push-up. Okay, Lauren.
Okay, Linda will begin by doing the initial push-up as a modified version. On her knees, she begins with a bent knee. Take the hands wide, dropping the chest down to the edge of the box. Therefore, contracting on the way up. By dropping the knees, she's lowered the center of gravity closer to the work arm, which is really the arms. By pushing the upper body away from the box, working the upper chest and back. Now we can increase the work intensity by lengthening the legs out, longering the body here. And then using the same motion by dropping the chest down to the box to the edge and then coming back up. That lengthens the whole body. Now there's one other exercise you can use with the same push-up modifying here is bringing the body up and over the box. The feet are higher than the chest. The chest is on the downside, called a decline push-up. Here the feet are stabilized on the box and the chest is lowered to the floor. By this, you actually, again, lengthen out the body. You have long leverage. You have a much more work-intensified action here. Dropping it 2 more times. We're so mean to the poor girl. 5 more. More. Come on, girl. 3 more. 2 more to the next song. And 1 more. And then bring it up by dropping the knees and bringing it on up. Yeah!
My favorite exercise, the push-up. Still working on the one-arm version, though. Okay, now the chest exercises we showed you, they're all working major muscle groups. Large muscle group across the chest and the pecs, drops down towards the diaphragm and towards the abdominals. Secondary group of muscles that you're working whenever you do your chest exercises are the back muscles. Opposing muscle groups, chest and back. So we're going to show you exercises now that are primarily focused on the back, and that's the opposing muscle group to the chest. I'm out of breath from doing push-ups. Okay, my first victim this evening, Pamela. Pamela's going to be doing what we call a back fly. Now, when we don't have any kinds of machines, we use dumbbells. She just sits on the step. When you're using free weights, one thing to remember when you're doing these back flies is you're lifting from these back muscles right here, and you'll notice that the back at this point is facing away from gravity. One thing you'll always remember when you're using free weights, unless it's a leverage situation like the bicep and a bicep curl, you're going to want to take that muscle that you're working as far away from gravity as you can get it, which is what Pam's doing by leaning her body forward, resting her chest towards her thighs, and she's squeezing from the back between the shoulder blades. She's working the lat muscles, the latissimus dorsi that runs along the back, and when you get tired, you can go to an alternating arm. That works too. She's working the rhomboid muscles, which run underneath the shoulder blade, the trapezius muscles that run across the back of the neck. And this is a back fly. Now, if she were to get tired, Lauren would step in, and instead of lifting, she'd lift underneath the elbows. She's getting tired. We thought we didn't wear you out yet. And that would be an assist on a spotter on a back fly. Good job. Lisa is going to show us a back row. Now, back row is done one arm at a time. The appropriate position is standing or kneeling on a bench with your weight forward, again, so that your back is facing away from gravity. You start with the weight, drop straight down till you feel a nice stretch through the back, and you simply pull that arm so the elbow comes above the waistline without opening up your chest. Lisa's got absolutely perfect form on this. A lot of times in the gym, I see people and they're doing this move, throw your chest open. This is not appropriate. What you're doing is you're getting a whole lot of work inside the shoulder. You're not getting as much work into the back as you want to get, but now go back to your perfect form, of which you're very good. Now this move can be done with dumbbells. Again, you want to remember your repetition systems, 8 to 12 for men, 12 to 20 for women. I think you've done about 20 there, so show us on the other side. So you'd switch sides. You do this exercise, you can do alternating side to side. Here's your work, right straight through the back. You're getting some work in the obliques along the waistline as well. You're getting some work in the tricep and in the trapezius muscle on this one. This is a very easy move to do at home. Creates that lovely back we want for those swimsuit season, which in California we never know whether we're going to have it or not. Of course, in Seal Beach here with some flooding, you need to wear your bathing suit even though it's cold out. Our streets are swimming pools. Very good. So that's your back row. And that's one way of doing that. Now Dennis is going to demonstrate for us what we call a barbell back row. Good. Okay, reverse your grip. Your hands go underneath. The knees are bent. Your stomach is in nice and tight. The chest is up, the back is nice and flat here. He is simply pulling the elbows, as Lisa did with the dumbbell. He's doing with the barbell, so he does both arms at the same time. This keeps a nice, even, smooth lift through the back, and he's squeezing back through the shoulder blades, drawing the bar from the floor up parallel to the chest. And this is a very, very good exercise to strengthen the back. If you don't have any machines like a lat pull down machine, which is what you're so familiar with, or a seated row, this will replace that seated row. And you can do these at home, not worrying about having to do it at the gym. Now, your exhale, when you're breathing, you want to remember to exhale on the exertion, which is as you pull the bar up into the chest. Exhale, inhale. Good job. That's excellent work. And that is a barbell back row. So now let's recap what we've done here. Dennis showed us originally, come over here Dennis real quick and show us a bench press. Bench press, working the entire muscle groups across the chest. He's using a lightweight, he doesn't really need a spotter. Drawing the bar straight down across the chest and straight up. Excellent form. Remember, we want to breathe on all these exercises. Lauren showed us the lying chest flies. This is just a recap of chest exercises, lying that you could use your steps at home. You can lay on the floor to do these exercises, but you won't get quite as much range. You don't need an expensive bench to do these exercises. Elbows stay slightly bent in this one. Wrists stay slightly curled in. You're drawing the weights out to feel a stretch through the chest and bringing the weights up until they come up above the eyes. Top of the weights parallel to the eyes. Excellent job. Cheryl was doing an incline dumbbell press. This isolates a little bit more in the top part of the chest. Very good. Lying on an incline, you can set up your little steps at home to do this. Good, 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 good. Palms face outward on this one. That's a different position from the flies. I'll show you one more time those great push-ups.
The unmodified version. Toes elevated, chest is low. She drops the chest to the floor and then lifts up. Long body, long movement. Think tall, Linda, think tall. She's on her toes. 5 more. 4 more. Let's see if she can breathe. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good job, girl.
Love those things. All right, let's go and recap our back exercises. Pam is doing her very favorite, back flies. You can just sit on a step. You can use an edge of a chair. It doesn't matter. Thing to remember is you want to make sure that your chest is resting forward towards the thighs so that the back is facing towards the ceiling. You're drawing up, lifting the weights from the shoulder blades, not just throwing the arms up in the air. Palms facing down. Beautiful work in the back. Pam is now ready for her bikini season. Lisa is going through the back rows. Excellent. Again, the back is facing towards gravity. You don't want to be standing upright to do it. You need to be at an angle with the body, no matter what the position is. The chest always stays level to the floor. The elbow just draws back behind the waistline. That is a back row. Excellent, Lisa. Dennis demonstrated for us our last exercise for the back. And that is our barbell back row. Knees are bent. Again, chest is towards the floor, the back is flat. You want to hold your abdominals in very, very tight during this exercise. Breathing is very important. You don't want to hold your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. The exhale always on the exertion. Very good. And there you have our chest and back exercises for the evening. Yes, good job, you guys. We are now buffed and sculpted. And we want you to stay with us because when we return, we will be talking to Dr. Marcel Daniels about plastic surgery and what it can or cannot do for you. Stay with us. Have a great night.